This is the second video of my Sendico Neo Geo lot. I picked this Neo Geo up from Japan. Here's the listing here. Basically said that it turns on, but the ROM can't be booted. They don't know why. And so I plug it in, and I get this garbly screen. And so we got to pop it open and take a look here. Pop the case apart, got out the microscope, and I found that there was 4 traces that looked awfully sad. So I got my multimeter out, and I started messing around with fixing the traces. And I ended up putting a couple patch cables in place. Turns out there was only 2 traces that were actually conducting bad. Basically no circuit. So I put some wire-wrapped wire, which is just this teeny little wire, and I was able to patch the circuits. Basically, one of these chips connected directly to the other chip. So I just had to connect basically the pin to pin from each chip to each chip, because those traces go under the chips. As you can see here, it runs right over top and connects the top and bottom. Pretty straightforward, and it worked pretty well. Unfortunately, this did not fix the issue. As you can see, I still got the garbly gook upon boot up. So my next step is to install the Unibios, and I will speed up the rest of the clip here so you don't have to watch 15 minutes of me soldering and unsoldering, and then we'll revisit when it gets done. Soldering didn't necessarily go according to plan. I had plenty of stuck pins, and my solder sucker didn't necessarily suck all the solder it was supposed to suck. So I had to get the soldering braid out and kind of do a little bit of pulling and flipping, and got the heat gun out, try to loosen the pins. I eventually did get it out. I got the socket soldered in so that we can swap in BIOSes needlessly and right. And, pop that sucker in, turned it on. I got the same garbly gook. I cannot figure out what the heck is going on here. So I take my sorry self to Reddit to see if I can get some suggestions. I've got myriad of things like, hey, you're using a component cable and your TV's on component. That's not right. I'm like, no, it's definitely right. Have you tried the reset button? Have you tried the power cable? Have you tried, an endless list of things? And I'm kind of at a loss what to do, what to look at, just searching forums. And I decided to try the power supply off of my Sega CD because they apparently take the same power supply. And lo and behold, bam, it boots right up. It shouldn't have not worked with the original power supply that it came with. Now, when I say original, it was some Chinese knockoff crap that came with the console. But the console should still be rated to work 9 to 10 volts for this model. But either way, I swapped the power supply completely, took the new one I bought, put it on the Sega CD. They both work now. The Unibios works great. The games work great. So all in all, in the end, it wasn't bad traces. It wasn't a bad BIOS. It was a bad power supply. Always try the simplest things first. It might surprise you. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Until next time.